Hey, this is Renee from Up for the Journey. So today we're going to talk about RVing with pets. So when we first started RVing, we were so excited to finally have an RV and be able to get on the road with our dogs. The problem was, especially being in Florida, it's hot. And when we left them in the RV, we were concerned about what happens if the power goes out and they're in the RV getting hot. So stick around, we're going to show you what we use to monitor the RV when we leave.
So as Renee said, when we first started traveling, we were super excited to bring our two dogs at the time. But we were always looking around for a solution to monitor the RV. You know, a lot of people online were like, we need Wi-Fi, we want this, and they wanted to bring the home solutions like the Arlo and the Nest, the Nest stuff and the Google Home. But we quickly realized, and I'm sure many of you have, is that Wi-Fi on the road sucks. Even if you have your own Wi-Fi, you can't always count on it. So we did the research and we found this. This is the MarCell. And this is actually the brand new one. The old one is kind of a bigger, boxier square. But this is a self-contained power, humidity, temperature monitoring system. You don't need Wi-Fi. It actually runs on its own cell signal. And we'll get to that later, but you can actually choose if it's a Verizon or an AT&T cell signal. So it's very reliable, very dependable, and it's also pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been really, really good because it monitors obviously the humidity in here, the temperature in here, and right now it is currently, go ahead and grab your phone. Right now it's powered, and we just have it sitting right here by the what is this? What is that called?
Thermostat.
The thermostat. Right by the thermostat. Just because this is kind of a neutral area, it's in the middle of the RV and it's not high where the heat rises. And it's not near a vent, so it's just kind of by itself. Also, it's near a power plug.
Or in the outside, the inner outside wall. I remember the first time we had it on, like on the wall.
Oh yeah, we had it on a wall. So when the sun was hitting it, it got hot, and it was tripping this. And we were like, oh my God, it's getting 80, 90 degrees inside the RV. But our old RV was stick and tin.
Yeah, it was stick and tin.
So there was not a lot of insulation in there, and it was really just, it got really, really hot.
But once we moved it into like an interior wall, It was fine.
Right now we have it on a power plug, and it's just running like normal. Nothing happens, but I'm going to show you one feature that gets used all the time, and that's the loss of power. And the reason why I say it gets used all the time, because every time you unhook and you move and then you power back up, we get text messages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it, and we're going to show you how long it takes to get a text message to Renee's and mine phone.
So see no messages?
No messages down here on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and bloop. So you'll see this start blinking here in a second. And that means it's registered. There it goes. So it's starting to blink. Let's see. So just to let you know, while this is happening, there is a lithium-ion battery in here, and it will run for up to 48 hours by itself. There you go. There's your message. And my phone is beeping too.
And that's what you get. If you can see it.
There you go. So the message reads, urgent, power is currently off. Please take action. But it also tells you current temperature 76 in here, humidity's 47, and it says location RV. And I'm going to get to that in a second, why it says location. We got a text message when the power's off. Plug it back in. Register, the lights are beeping, the blinking. There you go, full power. And there's the text message saying power restored. So that's what we like about it. I don't know if it's going to... There you go. Kind of reads there, yeah. So it's kind of funny. It has its own phone number. So you put it in your contacts as MarCell. So whenever it gets a message, we just put it in there as MarCell. You can name it whatever you want. If you named your RV, you can actually just put the name of your RV in there. So it'll come on there, but it's kind of cool. The other thing that's good about this is we bought the Pro version. And I highly suggest the Pro version for this one reason. Other than losing power, the other enemy of an interior of an RV is water leaks. So with the Pro, you could purchase these pucks. Okay, it's a little puck. And what we do, we put it underneath the sinks. So you put one underneath the sink, whether it be the kitchen or the bathroom. And it's probably not going to show up on camera, but there's these little tiny prongs here that it actually sets on. And as soon as water touches it, it sends the message to the MarCell, and it'll say water detected. You know, you can name these or number them 1, 2, 3, 4 for your location for identification. And it'll tell you location number 1 detected water. So you go to number 1, which is underneath the bathroom sink, and then you can check underneath. So with the notifications, the one thing that we liked is you can get them via email, text message, and you used to be able to get them from a phone call or whatnot, but I think they removed that, or we opt out of it because we would get a phone call every time we moved. And if you remember, we pretty much move every week, so we'd be getting a phone call twice a day when we unhook, we drive, hook back up, get another phone call. So it would kind of...
when it gets hot in the RV when you're driving, it reaches past the temp.
Yes. So yeah, if you're driving for 4 hours and it's sun baking in here, you know the AC's not on. So it'll still alert you while you're driving.
Or if you're at your dealer and you're talking to your dealer, you're like, oh, we just plugged in my RV, and he says, how do you know that? You say, we know.
That's true. Oh yeah, well we had it worked on, and we were inside the waiting area, and we knew they plugged in the RV. We knew they unplugged it because they were testing stuff. So it was kind of funny. We were able to tell when they were working on it and whatnot. So you can also have up to 10 people receive these messages. Obviously, it's just us in here, so we both get the messages. But if you had kids with phones and stuff and you wanted them to get it, you can attach it to all the phones for the kids or whatnot. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to hand this back over to Renee, and she's going to break down the pricing and how the billing works. It's actually pretty straightforward. But stay tuned because we have a special code for you to get a good deal on these MarCells.
So Scott explained the MarCell Pro. Now I'm going to go over the pricing for it. So the MarCell Pro is about $200. Sometimes you can find it on sale a little bit cheaper, whatnot. And we'll have the website where you can buy it in the links below. So once you buy the MarCell, then you need to buy a plan to go with it. And the plan is through Censored Life. And they have 3 different plans that you can get for the MarCell. They have, I'm going to look at my notes here so I don't mess up the numbers. They have a monthly, which is $14.95 a month, and you get billed each month for it. We do the yearly, being full-time, makes the most sense. It's $99 for the year, and you got to pay that in full up front. So it breaks down to $825 a month. And they do have a seasonal, which is for 4 to 8 months, and you get billed in full for however many months you pick, and that is $11.95 per month.
We recently received this new MarCell unit the last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they upgraded, or it's now 4G, and the one we had was a 3G, and I guess Verizon's not supporting any more 3G come the new year, so we had to buy another device.
And it's also compatible with the new 5G coming out. And just remember, this thing, it just sends out for the tech guys, a data packet for a text message. So obviously this is not transmitting data like we think is a data plan with browsing and things like that. So this doesn't create a Wi-Fi signal for you to attach to use. Even if your cell phone may have no bars, that's fine, because this will still have a signal and create a blip just to send out the packet of information saying, hey, something's out of whack here in your RV, check it out.
And we've had that happen. We've had no service. And before we'll leave the RV, I'll always, not all the time, but I mean when our signal's really low or when we get to a new place, I'll unplug it. If I didn't pay attention when we were setting up, because it would obviously tell me, but I'll unplug it to make sure it's okay before we leave, to know that it's getting signal.
Yeah, we do those tests every once in a while. Especially we do them when we don't have signal on our cell phones. So like when we were up in the mountains.
We don't have a whole lot here.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot here to begin with, but
I got barely 2 bars.
Barely 2 bars. You know, we would test this, unplug it, and it would still send us a text message even though we didn't have any signal.
Not sure how that works, but
yeah, who knows? That's why we're not IT people. If you're interested in this monitoring system, it's very simple, very easy. It's pretty much set it and forget it. And you can go on their website. Once you purchase this, there is a MarCell dashboard on the Censored Life website, and you can control everything on that dashboard. Set your parameters of temperature when you want to get notified for hot and cold, your humidity levels. Obviously, you want to change those if you're ever in freaking hot Florida in the summertime. I don't know why you'd want to be in Florida in the summertime unless you want to sweat out all your calories. But you can set all those parameters and stuff like that. So we're going to put a link down below because we have partnered with Censored Life to give you guys $20 off your MarCell. So we're going to put a link in a website down below. Click that link and it'll take you to our affiliate link where you can get $20 off on the MarCell when you buy it. 2.5 years using this. Yeah. So 2.5 years, haven't had any problems. It's actually dropped a few times via the bumpy roads of Indiana and Michigan. When we went up to Indiana for the Grand Design Rally, man, the roads were like this.
I think a lot of our New England travel was like that.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it, guys. This is the MarCell by Censored Life. It is an awesome monitoring device. If you have pets, it's a very good piece. This is a very good unit to have for that peace of mind for your pets inside the RV. That's it for us, guys. We are out of here. Hopefully you found something useful in this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe. As you can see, we're putting up more videos more frequently now. So make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you know when we upload a video. Also, check out our Instagram, Up for the Journey, over on Instagram, and that will show you our daily adventures and our daily pictures. And you'll even get to see pictures of Lily.
When she lets us take a picture.
When she lets us take a picture or when she's physically doing something. So, anyways, guys, that's it. We're Scott and Renee, Up for the Journey. We'll see you on the road.